Hello, welcome back to my channel, lady team. My name is Natalie and we are going to continue with Professor Layton and Pandora's box, or the Diabolical Box. We just got on a quest to find all the scattered pieces of the photo that Chelmey lost. Layton and Luke returned to the hotel to ask Chelmey about the photo from the doctor's home. Unfortunately, it seems the inspector unwittingly scattered the photo scraps all across town. Following the inspector's trail, the pair set out to recover the missing pieces of the photo. Gladly. Welcome back, sirs. Still busy with your investigation, I see. Very lovely, our town is quite vast, so take care not to tire yourselves out. I'm sure your feet must be sore, so why not sit for a moment and enjoy this puzzle I've prepared? I would love to. It's going to be a difficult one. Lucky you, you've inherited a 5-square plot of land that's rich in precious metals. Each chunk of copper ore has a value of 1, each silver chunk has a value of 3, and each gold chunk has a whopping value of 5. You're allowed to pick 5 squares of land for yourself, but the 5 squares must be connected to each other. Squares diagonal to one another don't count as connected. Your task is to claim the most valuable 5-square plot possible. Can you do it? You would almost say that it is this. Because you can have a land of 5. And there's no... I mean, you can connect this too, but then you have 5, 8, 10. And over here it would be 6, 9. So, okay, so that would already be more. This is the only way... Like, you're not going to get anywhere else. And you can't get over here through that. So you would say that the corner one is the best option. Yep. I think that that's the answer. Otherwise, I was going to say, otherwise I'm a bit stumped.
Wonderful.
You're rich. The plot of land displayed is the only one that achieves a value of 10. The highest value possible given the conditions of the puzzle. Well done, sir. Should you begin to feel weary from running about town, do stop in to rest. Periodic breaks can be quite refreshing for the mind and spirit, as well as the body. Oh, a diary key. I was wondering when we would get another one. Father has always done what he wants, regardless of who may object. He's that way with everyone, even his sons. It's no wonder my younger brother always seems so irritated with him. Even so, he and I must endure Father's whims because, as the next in line to rule Folsense, we cannot leave this town, even if we want to. We are stewards of this town, and we must stay here to watch over it. Sad fate. Luke and I returned to the museum to find the gate unlocked. Inside, we found Mr. Beluga and Sam in the middle of a rather heated discussion. I imagine they were the ones who opened the gate. It seems that Mr. Beluga is also searching for this box, and judging from his rather impassionate speech, it would seem that it is of great importance to him. I noticed a large symbol resembling the head of a goat carved into the floor of the museum courtyard. It's the same symbol that adorns that strange diary we picked up, but I feel like I've seen it somewhere else as well. I now have several questions I need to ask the inspector. I suppose it's back to the hotel for us. How disappointing. I wanted to take another look at that torn up photograph the inspector took from the doctor's flat, but it seems the fellow lost most of it. The only way I'll ever get a look at the thing is to retrace the inspector's path around town and gather up the pieces. Bother. Can't trust that man to keep anything to himself. Hey, Barton was... Yeah, keep this under your hats, but you know that hole in the inspector's pocket? A dog did that. A dog, officer? Which dog? Inspector Chelmey had an altercation with a canine by a path to the northeast corner of town. Well, dogs can sniff out mean people, you know. That's just more proof that he needs to be nicer. He may seem a bit prickly at times, but he's actually quite kind. Having said that, the story I heard about him concerns one of his less friendly episodes. Why would you tell us about it then? Chelmey sent his squad out to investigate an incident. Before leaving, he said this. I want you to search the entire area shown on this map. Take any route you want, but report how many times you turned in the process. You're free to turn left or right, but U-turns are strictly forbidden. The puppies completed their shift and returned to report their turns. Judging by the reports though, it seems at least one man was loafing on the job. Touch the number you think are suspicious to mark them with an X. Okay, I would say that there are 3 people who turned an even number and 2 people who turned an uneven number. I think, like with a puzzle like this, I think that the even numbers make the most sense, like the most of them have done that. Okay, maybe not the logic we needed, but the logic we used anyway. Okay. Sharp thinking. The 2 men who took 105 and 113 turns must have been slacking off. Since the men started out on a horizontal path, you can infer that if they turned an odd number of times, they would end up on a vertical path. Conversely, if they made an even number of turns, they'd end up on a horizontal path. Any bobby who did his job properly would have to turn an even number of times to get back to the station, which is at the end of a horizontal path. Well, we got there anyway. Well done, sir. Now, I must be off. The inspector and I need to sweep the area for more clues. Do watch yourselves when out on the streets. There's no telling what's out there. Likewise, officer. Oh, and another diary key. No longer able to tolerate father's selfish ways, my younger brother has left Folsense for good. Strangely enough, father doesn't seem affected by it at all. If anything, he only seems more focused on excavating even more gold from the mine. Is that miserable ore worth so much to him? I'm beginning to think that I will never understand that man. So the brother left. Maybe he returned one day? Maybe even now with us? Where's Flora? Ah, you startled me. Where did you get off to, Flora? Me? Come now, look. A gentleman never forces a lady to say more than she wants to. Oops, of course. Where are my manners? Sorry, Flora. Oh, don't give it a second thought. Say, how'd your investigation go? Did you find out anything more about the Elysian box? A bit, but nothing concrete. What we need is more time to comb the area for clues. We could be quite a while, so if you feel tired, go ahead and turn in, dear. I will. I sure hope you two find a good, solid lead soon. It feels like she's talking a little bit differently than she did before. A little less like the lost little girl we found trapped in the city. Hi. As much as I love antiques, I adore puzzles even more. I've got a vintage puzzle that I'd love to share with you if you'd like to listen. We'd be honored to hear it. Wonderful. This puzzle involves a certain rare vase in my collection. It's on display just over there. Okay, what is the puzzle? This vase holds 101 stones, each identical in size and feel. There are 50 black stones and 51 white stones. Now, put on this blindfold, reach in and pull out as many stones as you like. When you're finished, if you've removed an equal number of black and white stones, you'll receive a number of gold coins equal to the number of stones you pulled out. How many stones should you remove to give yourself the best chance of getting the most money possible? I think 100? Because luck would have it that you would have one remaining, right? Yeah!
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Well done. If you remove 100 stone from the vase, only one will remain inside. If that remaining stone is white, it means you've successfully removed 50 stones of each color. Of course, removing just 2 stones would give you the same chance of winning the coins as removing 100 stones, but it was about the amount. Okay. Deftly solved. A brain like yours is a real collector's item. Thank you. He tries his best, you know. Hey, lovely. Changed your mind, have you, love? I take it you want to come inside and have a look around. No, Oh, look at those red cheeks. No need to be shy, puppet. Here, try this puzzle out. It will relax you. Yeah, puppet. A boy and a girl are chatting at a local cafe. Looking up from his drink, the boy says, "You know, I'm 20, which is twice the age you were when I was the age you are now. Isn't that interesting?" He seems like a stuck-up dude. As you can see, this boy isn't the most concise of speakers, but using what he said, how old is the girl he's chatting to? "You know, I'm 20, which is twice the age you were when I was the age you are now." My head is hurting already. He is 20, which is twice the age you were when I was the age you are now. Okay, wait, which is twice the age you were? My head is hurting so much. Like, what is the correlation between the age she is now and the one that he used to be? So she's 22. Okay, let's just say, for example, let's take in a 5 area, which is twice the age you were when I was the age you are now. Which is twice the age you were when I was the age you are now. I don't understand. Okay, let's look up okay, the answer is 15. Great. Like, the wording is just throwing me off. There we go. Explain it to me, gang. Nice. A careful read of the puzzle reveals that when the boy was the girl's current age, her age was half of the boy's current age. The boy's current age is 20 and half of that is 10, so the girl must have been 10 back then. Oh, so when he was 15, she was... Oh, okay. Well, I hope that this is not a date then. Or this game hasn't aged well at all. Oh, you're a clever one. I do love clever boys, me. They make me right weak at the knees, honestly. Clever? Me? Oh, you're getting all red again. Aren't you adorable? Don't flirt with an underage kid. Kids are always underage. Don't flirt with a kid. You can come back anytime, love. You are so creepy. What is with this game? We found a new ore down in the ground that Father thinks we can refine into a precious metal. Personally, I doubt we'll be able to turn something as dull and dead as that rock into something of worth. Not that it stopped Father. The digging has advanced to the point where it's formed a massive crater under the castle. I have visions of the whole castle tumbling into that abyss. That doesn't sound good, but if a man is money hungry, there's not much you can do. Business has been slower than a snail riding a tortoise, as the saying does. With no customers, I don't really have much to do, unfortunately. Do you have any other duties here besides watching the door? It almost looks like the guy doesn't have a mustache, but like that face paint like soldiers have on. Looks ridiculous. Some small tasks. For instance, the boss requested that I make some extra copies of the menu. To be honest, it's a real bother. Would you mind helping me out? Sure. The menu you see here has been folded into thirds with print on both sides, meaning in total there are 6 pages to it. The boss needs lots of copies. But unfortunately, your copy machine is only large enough to copy 2 menu pages at once. To save time, you're trying to complete a copy of the menu in as few passes through the machine as possible. To save time, you're trying to complete... What is the fewest number of passes through the machine you need to make a full duplicate of the menu? I think it's 3 times in total. is you can use the front and the back at the same time as well, and then just the other 2 pages together. And this one is not that difficult.
Let's see if this works. Piece of cake.
Good. Good job. Yeah, I like that. Exactly what... Well, mostly exactly what we said. But it worked. Oh, is that all there is to it? I was sure there'd be some fancy technique involved. There are probably nicer ways to do it. Are you sure your boss is okay with you doing it like that? Haha, no one's gonna notice. Everyone's usually busy picking what they want to eat. If you say so, mister. I think he's going to notice. Your problem, not mine. Tell me, have you ever worked up the nerve to wander out past the edge of town? The tales I've heard about what people see out there would make your blood run cold. I recently went out there myself to take a few pictures with my best camera. What came out was... well, here, see for yourself. Interesting. A ghostly puzzle. Yikes, there's a ghost in the forest. Or so you thought. Until you realized that the spectre hovering in front of you was just a figure cut out of wood hanging from a branch. Looking around the area, you notice 4 pieces of wood scattered in the grass, from which one of these wooden planks was the ghost cut out. You have 4 choices, A, B, C or D. Beware, the correct board may have flipped over in the grass. Well, it should have, because you need to put it in, so it's going to be flipped anyway. So, A, okay, it can't, like if you twist A, then it will be fine. Judging that if you pick it up and put it upside down, then it works. So D is not it. And C isn't it, because they're already correct. Or someone has spray painted it. That could also be the case, but I don't think that that's it. And do we have more clues? What are the differences between A and B? Okay, you have 5 fingers on that hand, but you also have that on that hand. Okay, so 5 has both. Okay, what differences are there? You can see the shoulders, that's correct. You can see the... I don't even see a difference between A and B. But there has to be. Maybe in the way... Oh, A's head is tilting. Yeah, no, but that one... I think it's B. Because the head seems to be tilting a little bit more in the right direction than it was.
Ha! Wonderful.
Good eye, the ghost was cut from board B. The board must have flipped over as it fell to the ground. All the other boards have slight differences that set them apart from the correct one. But... oh, now I get... yeah, the tail is longer, that was it. Okay, well, I got there in the end. Hey, I thought you were going to show us a photo of a real ghost. Haha, sorry to get your hopes up, friend. I do so love pulling that one on customers. All joking aside, no one dares enter the forest now. The whole place is overgrown and perilous. Right, we don't need another hamster toy, but thank you. But we've already solved all of that. A bulldog is blocking a path to the northeast corner. How to get through? Well, touching it should help a little bit. Our friend the bulldog seems to have had a change in temperament since last we met. He looks really hungry, Professor. I think he'll let us pass if you bring him a snack. Very well. I seem to remember a grocer's beneath the watchtower. I'm sure we can find a suitable snack for our friend there. Okay, that's fine. He still looks a bit boxy. But fine, we'll get him something to eat. Don't think you should feed animals that aren't yours. But hey ho. Why does everyone make much a kerfuffle about warning people away from that castle? Even if you wanted to go, it's impossible to get up there. The forest gate is always locked. I take it that's the sole path to the castle then. You actually want to go there, don't you? It's a weird and scary place, but I know the feeling. The gate only opens to let this old stagecoach through. If you hide in the bushes and wait for the coach, you might be able to sneak in behind it. So the gate does open. Do you know anything about the stagecoach? You've got me there. It heads up to the castle every day at about the same time. Maybe it delivers raw steaks and blood for the vampire's dinner. But really, I have no idea. But hey, all this talk of stagecoaches has reminded me of this puzzle about horses. Teams of horses are participating in tug-of-war matches. All teams are drawn from an 8-horse stable. The first 3 matches end in draws as shown. A, B, C, D versus E, F, G and H. Okay, if you want the 4th match to result in a draw as well, which horses should be on the team pulling against E and F? Touch your horse to add it on the team. Well, E and F needed. I think G and H should do it, because they were both on the draw side. But there has to be some sort of math. I think it's going to be really ridiculous, like it only needs 1 horse. And DA won, or draw when there was only 2 against 3. So maybe it was G, it's a little cheeky. Yeah, it was cheeky.
Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Well done. Of course, other matchup might work, but the only one you can be sure will end in a tie based on this information is horse D. Oh, now I get it. Thanks a million. Like I was saying, if you want to go for that gate, sneaking in with the stagecoach is the only way. But you never know what kind of dangerous stuff could be hiding in the woods, so I say stay here. More they're really giving us a lot of diary entries now. Inspector Chelmey believes he dropped the remains of the photo around the northeast area of town. I was hoping we'd be able to retrieve the photo scraps without incident, but a large and rather ill-tempered dog is barring the only path to that part of town. According to Luke, the dog wants something to eat, so I'll have to visit the town grocer and find something for the grumpy fellow. Today is a day to celebrate. At long last, the girl I love has agreed to give me her hand in marriage. I must begin preparing for her arrival at once. I'll gladly change every fixture and fitting in the castle so that she feels at ease. I'm also commissioning a special dress to be made for her. She's going to look stunning in it. I just know it. It's almost like this book is written by 2 different people. Yeah, we know that we got a new toy, but it doesn't matter anyway. Hey, you are here now. That shop is so smelly that I have to play out here or I'd pass out. That really stinks. It's okay. I brought some snacks with me to nibble on, so at least I'm not bored. Here, let's share them. Oh, that's so nice of you. You have a box of 4 different kinds of sweets arranged in no particular order. Your job is to divide these treats into 5 equal portions. To do so, you need to make sure each portion contains the exact same number and variety of sweets. Got it? Good, then get started. Okay, so the thing is 5 by 5, so that means there are 25 squares and we need to do 5. Okay, but there are 4 sweets and we need to give 5 equal portions of 5 squares. And the most we have are of those 3 little balls over there, so they're probably going to be in twice. And with the same amount, same amount variety of sweets. Yeah. Do we do it like that? Yes, that works. And like that. Like that. Yeah. Oh, you already had that one like that. Okay, I think we did it. This should be alright, right? Yeah, thank you.
Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Sweet, the puzzle solution is shown above. Now remember, those sweets are for everyone, so don't forget to share. Yay, it's all divided up now. Here's some for you. Well, thanks a lot. These taste like raw garlic. Oopsie, all the garlic in the shop must have made my snacks all weird. I'll have to throw them out. We don't need more hamster toys, game. Hi. Hello there, gents. How can I help you today? We're in desperate need of food for a hungry dog. Do you have anything that fits the bill? Well, that's the most interesting request I've heard all day. I don't have anything in a tin, but this leftover beef shank will make Rover sit up and bag. That should do nicely. Would you be willing to part with it? Of course, I just hope your dog likes garlic. I'm sure that won't be a problem. Good, good. Now, I won't charge a penny, but you'll have to solve this puzzle I've got here. I've been mulling it over for days and I'm starting to lose sleep. But you mentioned in the last episode that you don't have a lot of customers, so would you rather not have money? Garlic is a wonderful seasoning when used in moderation, but the smell can be pretty potent. Someone put garlic cloves in this intricate container and they're really stinking up the room. Use the 2 corks below to help a friend deal with the smell. Can we be cheeky? I remember this one, yes. There we go.
Here goes.
Haha! Cheeky solutions are there for the picking.
That was almost too easy.
Ah, sweet relief. Each of the 3 holes in the container is connected to the garlic, so there's no real way to seal off the container using 2 corks. With no way to contain the smell, a friend has no choice but to plug up his nostrils. Hopefully he had the good sense to stay inside where no one could see him like that. You've got to be a real garlic lover like me to solve that one. Here, you worked for this beef shank, so it's all yours. Thank you! And some joyroot clover, so we can make some more teas. And probably give some more tea away then too, because there were some more people that wanted something, but we didn't have the right tea for it. Yeah, we know. The grocer was kind enough to part with a large leftover shank, and I believe it should suit our purpose nicely. Now it's back to the northeast part of town. Hopefully a little offering will be enough to improve the dog's foul mood. To guard against the vampires supposedly threatening the town, the local grocer has draped his shop in an alarming amount of garlic. The smell in the shop is the olfactory equivalent of being slapped in the face. Whether or not the garlic actually does keep the vampire at bay is debatable, he hasn't been there yet. However, it certainly seems to be working on customers. That's something. Like if you're a real introvert and you don't want to hang out with people, it does the trick. Okay, we need some citronia. We need some dream fluff. And we need the joyroot clover. And brew. Now this smells nice. Indeed, there's something about the aroma of this tea that's quite soothing. You hit the nail on the head, Professor. I think it's making me sleepy. I suppose that's further proof of its relaxing effect. It does seem rather potent, eh? It does seem rather potent. I even made myself sleepy. And some joyroot clover and some pepper cherry. Yeah, brew. Just taking that aroma. It's incredibly relaxing. Sort of makes you forget all your troubles for a minute, eh, Professor? I must confess, this is rather nice. It's like the tea drove all the weariness from me. Wow, all that with just a couple of sips? The good a cup of herb tea can do never fails to amaze me. Okay, we have more tea. Puzzle! Whoa, all this garlic is starting to make my head spin. Well, we can't have that. A brisk puzzle is just the thing you need to refresh the mind, look. And we appear to be in luck. I think I see a good puzzle right there. You and your puzzle mania. Okay, a long line of jars and cans sits on the counter. Your job is to rearrange these items so that both jars and cans are grouped with items of the same type. However, in doing so, you must always move 2 containers at once. Move items around by touching the red icon between 2 containers and dragging the selected pair of items around with your finger. Okay, yeah. So where would we like to start? Yeah. Oh, we have a spot over there. That's okay. It works! I did it! Okay, we took way too long to do it apparently, but we did do it. Well done, now the jars and cans are stored neatly. If only people would organize things properly in the first place. Well, what do you think, Professor? Pretty good, right? Even so, I don't think that puzzle was enough to take my mind off the smell. I can argue about that, yeah. Oh, we've got one? Thank you. That's why we have the puzzle solved, right? Oh, wrong side, sorry. Now we're here? Yeah. Oh, hi! Who is you? You're gonna wear your souls out if you keep running around like that, fellows. Rest your feet for a minute while you solve this puzzle of mine. We're solving puzzles all over the place. You've stacked 3 dice in a column. At the points where 2 dice touch, the faces that are touching add up to 5. If one visible face of the bottom die is showing a 1, what number must be on the top face on the top die? Each dice is identical on all sets of opposing faces, and it all adds up to 7. Then that means it's 6. Oh no, I thought about it wrong. Sorry. Oh, but we got it right anyway. Well, that's right, since you know that's got some of each of the... Yeah, I got there with using my brains. You're no slouch at this. So, what's the story? What do you think you're going to find here in Folsense? I don't mean to sound ominous, but there are truths best left buried. You get me? Why are we still getting hamster toys? Like, the game should realize that this hamster is already fit as a fiddle. Hey dog. Here's our chance, Luke. Throw him the beef shank. I'm already on it. Here goes. Oh, cutie. He's the happy boy. Good boy. I think our little offering did the trick. Name is Precious. I don't think this dog is going to be doing any snarling anytime soon. We can finally explore the rest of the town now. Well, finally, because we need a whole darn lot of pictures. That is one. Say, Professor, could that be a piece of the photograph? I'd say so. Sharp eyes, Luke. I'll place it in my trunk for safekeeping. Yeah, you place it in your trunk. And don't lose it just like Chelmey did, because I'm not in the mood to do it all over again. Okay, this woman can also get... Yeah. Yes, sorry. But you can also get thirsty. So we first want this woman thirsty, apparently. Ah, there we go. Oh dearie me. Are you alright? What's the matter? Well, pancakes are good for the soul. All that syrup just wreaks havoc on my complexion. Nonsense, madam. You look lovely. But just look at this skin. It's dull. Well, if it's troubling you that much, may I suggest a cup of radiance boosting tea? Really? You'd be my hero if you could make something like that. After all, worrying about my skin is only going to make it worse. It is, it really is. Radiance blend. I think that will do the trick for you. Ah, lovely. A rosy glow returns to Gertie's face. She seems restored and cheerful. Oh, now that was just wonderful. Does my skin look better? How much better? 2 times better? 5? For what it's worth, I think the best thing you can do for your skin is to stop fretting so much. I'm sorry, it's just that these past few years I feel like I've suddenly aged a great deal. I mean, I'm obviously still a knockout, but somehow I just feel older, you know? That's interesting, take note of that. I don't like to brag, but I make the best pancakes you've ever tasted, guaranteed. The thing is, while the flavor is out of this world, I have trouble getting the size to be consistent. Serving them can be such a pain, because you need to stack them just so. Here, I'll show you. Yes! I love you can only move one, a bit of another one that you cannot say. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Then we move you like you. Okay, now we have to move you lot out of the way. No, sorry, over there. I know I'm wasting a little bit. I've already done one move too many, but that's alright. Because we got them to the other side regardless.
And now to test my theory.
It's going so well.
And there we have it.
Yes. Yummy! Oh, and an extra pancake for those who solved... Yeah, we didn't do that in 15, but I'm still proud that we did it. Oh, your hands moved so fast there. It looked like you were juggling those pancakes. Next time I grease up my pan, you're welcome to as many as you can eat. We don't need hamster toys anymore. I mean, I'm happy that he's getting all this stuff. Like here, you have a little pool, you have a little bit of sand. Have fun with all of that. And another scrap. Look, do you see that piece of the photograph over there? I do. Great, Professor. I hope it hasn't got all soggy from lying on the ground out there. Don't worry, look. It looks more or less intact. Still 13 to go. It's still a whole darn lot. Oh, thank you. The voucher over there. And over there we have another one. Puzzle! Oh, not puzzle, but photo scrap. Look at that. There's another shirt of the photograph sitting in that pile of rubbish. You stay here, Professor. I'll go and get it. Watch your footing, Luke. That pile of rubbish looks quite precarious. Here it is. What I can't work out is why the inspector was rooting around in the rubbish in the first place. Did he really think that the criminal would be hiding out here? Hard to say. He could have just been shifting through it for clues or the like. And it's Chelmey. Like, what did we expect? We will do that. But first, I was just going to say, first we're going to do this. Good. Okay, photo. Oh no. Littlefield Alley. This is going to be so difficult though, isn't it? Ooh, this one. At least we got one. You know, that's something.
And there we have it.
Okay, that was the first clue. Bum, 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 bum. Like the sheet next to that looks to be a little bit different, but not different enough that it couldn't have been a mistake. Ooh, this bottle is broken over here.
Here goes.
And maybe something a little bit more obvious. We haven't really taken a look to the right side. Oh, the window. Okay,
Here goes.
well, there we go.
Layton's apprentice strikes again.
We found all the differences and a hidden puzzle. I wonder if you can find the hidden puzzles too without clearing the photos, but... Oh goody, a hidden puzzle! Because we haven't found those... Oh, 80? Oh no. Oh, I'm not good at this. Like I... no, I don't understand. Okay. Okay, step by step, let's just take it one at a time. Like, how can you even move this? Like, I can keep moving everything around, right? But that's about what we can do. Can we make a little nookie? I think we can make a little nookie over there, but not a good nook that I can use. Okay, we'll take you out of the way then. That we can do. And from here out, because we have to make enough room for the garbage to pass through. Okay, this is room. And then we have to clear you out. And I kind of want yellow in there, so that we can get rid of yellow. I think. Oh, I move it out of the way like this. Ooh, if we now move that out of the way, then we can get rid of you, which is a whole darn lot of something. And now it's out of the way. Okay, and finally we got rid of the
This should
trash.
do the trick. And there we have it.
A lot of picarets. Are nice and tidy. Do your part to keep your town clean. And also your city, not just your town. That puzzle hurt my head. Well, you did well. Go to that side. Oh, it's you two. Hey, I know you. You're Mr. Anderson's daughter. Yes, my name is Katja. What brings you to Folsense? I'm sorry, but I can't really talk about it. Excuse me, I have to get back to my search. Goodbye. Katja, wait a minute. What are you looking for? Wow, she moves fast. So Katja was headed to Folsense all along, just as we were. Look, I believe we've uncovered the identity of the third party asking around about the Elysian box. So Katja is looking for the Elysian box as well. It would seem to be the only possibility, yes. Interesting. Professor, I see a piece of the photograph over there. Nicely done, Luke. I'll just tuck this away in my trunk so we don't lose it. He has a big trunk. Here we go. While out searching for scraps of the photo, Luke and I encountered Mr. Anderson's daughter, Katja. She too seems to be searching for the box, but was unwilling to part with any information on the subject. Now, why would a girl like her, from a good family and with many friends, come out to a place like this by herself? I don't know if she has many friends, though. That's so... Oh, yeah. Oh no, we had a photograph, of course. Yes, yes, yes. A seedy alley. Okay, the 3 windows over there. Oh, there's an extra one over there.
Here goes. Piece of cake.
There we go. Now the rest. And there's a pipe over there with some green over here with roots going down. It is a seedy alley. You're open.
Let's see if this works.
Okay, that was the second
Piece
one.
of cake.
Again, I wouldn't push it like that, Luke. There's nothing with the light this time, or it doesn't look like it anyway. I feel like there has to be something with the sign. There's something around the door, because the door is a little on the nose, but maybe that's why it's somewhere else. Oh, this is lower. Here we go. Hopefully it accepts it as an answer. There we go.
Piece of cake.
And we found a hidden puzzle. So that's the puzzle. Well, look at that. It's a hidden puzzle. It shook off my boots. 4 UFOs are spotted in the night sky. It looks like there are 4 distinct shapes floating in the sky, but each of these is actually made up of 4 identical parts. Which of the following is the base part used to make all of these shapes? Well, I don't know. Maybe C? Could be. I think B would make the most sense, actually. Because you can fit it in, but you can also make C in. I don't think B could make the first picture you saw, but the other one can.
Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Now we just need the picarettes. 16 UFOs, that is very disturbing. It looks at something about the puzzle, but I clicked a little too fast. And the rest is just picarettes. Well, at least that is something. And over here we have another little bloke and quite possibly some new things over here. Taro doesn't want to help me out this time. Folsense to kill the town. Oh, aye, that's what I used to call this place when I were a little one. I used to work down the mine that gave the town its nickname, see? Well, I did till they closed it down a few years ago, isn't it? Even now I sometimes catch crooks sneaking down into the mine to see if anything's down there. They always come back with nothing though. Count on that, boyo. We've certainly heard rumours of the great fortune Duke Harrison left behind. You're a treasure hunter too, boyo? In that case, take it from me, the real money's not in that mine. It's in the Duke's castle, isn't it? You might have a bit of trouble getting in, mind, considering there's a vampire living up there. Alright, enough moithering. I've got to get back working out what the scrap of paper here is. I know. It's a scrap of a photo. We've been looking all over for it. Oh, so this thing's yours, is it? Well, I haven't got any use for it, so you'd better take it, isn't it? Well, thank you. That went a lot easier than I thought it would. Oh, hi. Hey, there's another scrap of the photo. Inspector Chelmey certainly got around. I'm probably going to find more than he did anyway. Because if it comes to puzzle solving, we are the best. Puzzle! Wow, this place sure has some unusual art. I don't even know what to make of this picture. Which picture are you talking about, Luke? This one here. Are these weird shapes some kind of code? It seems as if you stumbled across a puzzle. Look here. It's almost like Layton's head. A series of figures are arranged as numbers are shown below. As you can see, the figure that should go in space 1 is missing. Can you draw the figure that belongs in this space? Slide your finger over in the guidelines to draw the figure. Yeah, if I would understand what is happening. I don't understand. Oh, okay, yeah. Then it's like this, right? Or am I a fool? No, we did it! Because they will let us. Okay. Good job. The peculiar sequence of figures is actually the first 6 letters of the alphabet, displayed in a 7-segment LED style and mirrored as shown above. Since you have letters B to F, logic dictates that the missing figure should be a mirrored version of the letter A. Ay. Oh, now I see how it works. You can make some more tea, I hope. Okay, we start with some oasis leaf, then some joy root, and then the tonic flower. He can give so many people tea now. This tea seems like just the thing for driving away the chills when you feel a cold coming on. Maybe so, Professor, but it's a little bitter for my tastes. Now then, look, no good medicine is ever easy to drink. That's how you know this is effective. Oh, I think you might be onto something there, Professor. I feel all warm inside now. Well, there's that. And then we need a brisk berry, some citronia seed, and a tonic flower. Oh, this is simply exquisite. There's a depth of flavor here that is lacking in most other teas. Really? Gosh, maybe my tongue's just broken or something. I don't see what all the fuss is about. Haha, you may be a bit young for this one. It's what some might call a tea for the experienced palate. Well, I don't know about that. As far as I'm concerned, it's still bitter to be tasty. How many do we have? Oh, we only have to do 4 more. Okay, we're going to go through one more area and go through one more puzzle. Or do the tea first, whatever we can do first. Let's see, we've picked up 7 scraps so far, but I suppose we've still got more work ahead of us. Yep. Yes, the job's far from over. It would seem we're about halfway there, give or take a piece. But we've walked the length of this alley, and I think it's safe to say we won't find anything else here. I say we focus the remainder of our search on other places the inspector might have visited. Oh, hi! Taking in the sights, are you? Have you heard of the Hudson Museum? It's got all sorts of antiques from Folsense's most important family. I'd recommend you visit it, but the curator, Grinko, is almost never there. If you ever find a place open, consider yourself lucky. Yes, we noticed. We were hoping to visit, but the museum was closed when we passed by. Word is the museum's owner ordered Grinko to lock it up and run around town looking for something. The owner, you say? Do you happen to know who this person is? Of course, everyone does. It's the same fellow who owns the Voluntary Express, if you can believe it. Maybe building museums is some weird hobby for the rich, but it seems like a waste. Maybe he's the lost son that went away. It would seem Mr. Beluga owns not only the Voluntary Express, but the Hudson Museum as well. How odd. What use would Mr. Beluga have for a little museum like that? Who can say? For now, what's clear is that Mr. Beluga may have ties to the Hudsons he's kept quiet about. Done chinwagging you too? Good, then look here at this litter I've picked up off the ground. Oh, that's a scrap of the photo. You were looking for this thing? Then by all means take it. Here, it's yours. Thank you. I just learned that the curator of the Hudson Museum has been out and about, looking for something by order of the museum's owner. That explains why the place has been closed all this time. Interestingly enough, I've heard that the museum's owner is none other than Mr. Beluga. The plot thickens. Okay. And I see that we have to give someone else a cup of tea, which apparently we couldn't have done before. And now we just have to wait for this little guy to get thirsty. There we go. Alright there, boys, what kind of place does Folsense seem like to you outsiders? I'm curious, see? Though it seems to be quite a splendid place to me. What? If you're trying to call it fancy, like, then I'd be agreeing with you. But now the mine's been shut down, we can kiss goodbye to the town's income source and my job. This town's dying. I just don't know it yet, see? That's a rather bleak thing to say. Honestly, it sounds as if you need to lift your spirits. What say I make you some tea? This is such a British way of dealing with problems. Well, I can't say no to an offer like that, but I gotta tell you, I'm picky about what I drink. I like my minus tea with a bit of kick, you see? You got anything a bit spicy? Sure, we already did, I think. The cherry boost. Now that's good tea. A smile spreads across Dylan's face. He seems restored and in high spirits. Proper minus tea that is, boys. Tastes good and strong, just like what we brewed down the mine. I'm glad to hear the tea meets with your approval. Much obliged, boys. But listen, take it from me as an old boy who knows. Closing down the mine like we did is more dangerous for this town than any vampire. With no money coming in from gold, it's just a matter of time before Folsense turns into a ghost town. I think it's already well on its way to that, even more so than you are aware of. Okay, and now we want to go give a cuppa to this fellow over here, which we probably have to wait for until he's thirsty. Because people don't know what's good for them. Ooh, almost clicked further, but we're here. I've ruined 3 rules of film today while trying to develop them, and frankly, it's got me irked. Or perhaps it's simply that I've run out of coffee today. You sound like you could use a cup of tea. It might just take the edge of things for you. That sounds wonderful. I'd be most grateful if you'd make me a cup. I'm not picky. Make me a tea that's a little bit bitter and a little bit sweet, and I'll be a happy man. Leave it to me, sir. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. There we go. A little bit of you. Ah, now that hit the spot. A smile spread across Joseph's face. He seems refreshed and cheerful. My goodness, tea this good almost makes me consider trading in my coffee mug for a teacup. You're too kind, sir. I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it. In truth, the reason I've been down is because every photo I've taken recently has come out strangely. Things that shouldn't be there show up. I never had problems like this back in the day. Okay, we are going to our last puzzle of this episode. I just found this piece of rubbish on the ground. Littering is the most boorish habit one can have. You almost look like Luke. Look, Professor, it's part of the photo. Yes, that appears to be the case. It seems the pieces really are scattered all over town. What a huge pain. It may take some legwork, but each piece brings us closer to the answer. We must retrieve them all. Sorry to break up the tea party, but I'm the one who picked it up, you know. If you want it so badly, you'll have to solve this puzzle for me first, okay? Maybe that was a first draft of how Luke should look. The board shown in the picture on the left is wide on the underside so that holding contact points A and B together turns the light on. Now look at the board, it's in the center. This light has 3 contact boards, A, B and C. No matter whether you hold contact points A and B, B and C or C and A together, the lights stay on. In that case, how must the wires be connected on the other side of the board? Draw the solution that requires the fewest numbers of connections. The dotted red line indicates a known wire. Well, if you only want to keep the light on, then it's like this. I mean, that's what Row Life taught me while making their little kits.
Huh. Wonderful.
Right idea. All you really have to do is connect the light bulb to the battery. The puzzle tells you that the light stays lit no matter which combination of contact points are held together. Naturally, the light will also stay lit when none of those connections are made. True. You're sharper than I thought you'd be. Here, I didn't want a silly thing anyway. Thank you. But I also see that... Oh! You want tea? Yeah, no, sure. What seems to be the matter, young man? Oh, I was stressing about something that happened a while ago. It's nothing really. All the same, how about a cup of tea? Who knows, you might feel a bit less glum afterwards. Well, it won't do any harm. But you should know that I won't drink just any old swill. I might look young, but I've got an extremely refined palate when it comes to tea. Duly noted. I'm sure we can whip something up that will please that sophisticated palate of yours. Sophistication. for discerning adults. Well, he feels like an adult. Now that's a good tea. A smile spreads across Duke's face. He seems restored and cheerful. I have to give it to you, sir. You do know how to brew. As thanks, let me slip you a little tip. Stay clear of the paranormal when talking to people in town. Ever since that rumor about Folsense being cursed, everyone's terrified of stuff like that. But this was it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. We are going to continue with the other 7 scraps in the next episode. I hope you have a lovely day. Goodbye.